I have been playing Apocalypse Rising 2 a lot lately, and after trying out a bunch of different weapons in the game, I've definitely found some that are absolute beasts, and others that are, well, not so great. In this video, I'll be going over my top picks for each category of primary weapons based on how they are classified on the Apocalypse Rising 2 wiki. Also, by the way, huge shout out to them because this video would not be possible without the information they provide. As for secondary weapons, I'll be grouping them based on whether they are semi or full auto. Now, before I get started, I just want to tell you that while these rankings will have factual reasons why I decided to put them in such rank, some of it might be opinion, so just know that. Also, this should be up to date as of April 2025. Let's get started. The AUG is a reliable and versatile bullpup rifle chambered in 5.56mm. It offers a solid fire rate of 720 rounds per minute, manageable recoil, and decent range, making it effective in both close and medium range combat. Doing 22 to the body and 29 to the head, its damage is quite average for a 5.56 rifle. However, its options for attachments are limited as you can only attach a suppressor. Overall, the AUG is the best assault rifle and is pretty much great overall. Coming in second place is the AK-74, which is a versatile and reliable weapon, known for its good fire rate of 650 rounds per minute and its controllable recoil, making it a solid choice for both close and mid-range engagements. It has 22 to the body and 29 to the head, which is alright, pretty much on par with other assault rifles. It delivers decent accuracy and power with a variety of distances, though its range may not match the performance of some other rifles in long-range scenarios. Overall, pretty good if you can keep it fed with bullets, because it takes 5.45. In third place is the AC-556, which is chambered in 5.56mm and offers a solid fire rate of 750 rounds per minute, making it effective in fast-paced combat. It has 22 damage to the body and 29 to the head. However, its recoil is quite heavy in my opinion, which can be challenging to control during sustained fire and when you want to aim. The sights also leave much to be desired, making it hard to maintain accuracy, especially at longer ranges. Overall, it's a decent weapon with some significant drawbacks in handling and aiming. The M249 is a great light machine gun that takes all attachments, allowing for max tactical abilities. It uses 5.56mm ammo, offering a good balance between power and availability, being very easy to find. It does 22 to the body and 29 to the head, and has a fire rate of 700 rounds per minute, which is higher than average for a machine gun. Despite being quite rare itself, it's a strong pick for players who want sustained firepower without sacrificing space and time for reloads. Good for players that like to suppress their enemies. The PKM is a pretty good machine gun with 27 damage to the body and 33 to the head, along with its pretty good fire rate of 650 rounds per minute. And even after recent updates, it is still a great choice for suppressive fire. It supports a variety of attachments, though it can equip a grip, providing flexibility for different ways to play. With decent range, it's versatile at both short and medium distances. However, it is extremely rare to find, only spawning in one chest at coastal bunkers. Everyone loves coastal bunkers, right? The RPK is a solid, reliable choice, taking all AK mags, which gives it great ammo compatibility. It has 25 to the body and 30 to the head, which is better than all assault rifles, with an alright fire rate of 600 rounds per minute. It has good recoil control, making it manageable during sustained fire. With support for all attachments and solid range, it's versatile enough for different combat situations. The ammo is not too hard to find, just find loot spawns, zombies, or people with SKSs and AKs to get ammo. However, the gun itself is quite rare. It is a new addition to Apocalypse Rising 2, being added in the last major update with 8 guns, and in my opinion, it was well needed. Another new weapon added to Apocalypse Rising 2 this year, the MAT-49 is a very common and versatile weapon chambered in 9mm. It has 21 damage to the body and 26 to the head and has a fire rate of 600 rounds per minute. It's quite effective in close range and close quarters combat, however its damage drop-off does limit it to those situations for reliable use. Its 32 round magazine is a pretty good size in my opinion. It has 2 more bullets for those situations when those 2 bullets could save your run. While it doesn't support all attachments, it is still a reliable choice due to it being quite easy to control and to find. Overall, very well rounded. The MP5 is a pretty good choice for a submachine gun using 9mm with a pretty average damage for a submachine gun, that being 21 to the body and 25 to the head, along with its fast fire rate that excels in close quarters and short range combat. It checks out as a pretty nice weapon. While it is somewhat hard to find, it is a pretty nice weapon with good recoil and the average 9mm damage. Overall, it's a simple but well-known and effective weapon. The M1 Thompson is a well-known submachine gun chambered in 45 ACP, offering a great combination of high damage, that being 25 to the body and 31 to the head, and its rapid fire of 700 rounds per minute. Known for its iconic design and robust firepower, it excels in close to medium range combat, delivering solid damage with a quick rate of fire. Rarely a 50-round magazine can be found for it, however the Thompson usually spawns with a 20-round magazine. Its recoil is manageable, but the Thompson overall is a pretty good weapon for early to mid-game. However, I would not use it past that. The Operator XM177 is an excellent weapon, offering 5.56 power with some very good attachment spawning with it that enhances performance. The Operator does 22 damage to the body and 29 to the head, but its real surprise is the 750 rounds per minute fire rate. Its controllable recoil makes it easy to handle in any situation, and with 5.56 ammo being readily available, it's a good choice for a long fight. Only one zombie spawns it, however, making it rare and sought after. Overall, the Operator is one of the best weapons in the game, balancing power, precision, and reliability, and in my opinion, it is the best weapon in Apocalypse Rising 2, hands down. The Spetsnaz is basically an upgrade of the AKS-74U, making it a formidable choice for close to mid-range combat. It is 21 to the body and 27 to the head, with an amazing fire rate of 790 rounds per minute. With a suppressor included, it remains stealthy, though this might slightly affect its effective range. However, the biggest drawback is the gun itself being extremely rare, which makes it difficult to acquire. Overall, the Spetsnaz is pretty good, in my opinion. It's powerful and stealthy, but it's pretty hard to find. The AKS-74U is a solid compact weapon with good damage for its size, making it effective in close to mid-range combat. It's pretty average overall, balancing performance with portability. It is 21 to the body and 27 to the head, with a pretty good fire rate of 735 rounds per minute. It is commonly found in many Soviet areas like Mansion, Soviet ATVs, and Spetsnaz camps. It's not as powerful as an actual large rifle like the AK-74, but it's pretty mobile, so I think it's a good choice. First place for the long-range category, the L96A1 is a powerful sniper rifle with its 40 body damage and 60 to the head. It can eliminate enemies with them good shots. For example, if you shot the head twice, it kills the player unless if they have some scurvy or a health booster, making it highly effective for skilled snipers. Using 7.62mm rounds, it's pretty easy to find. Also, the damage is pretty good on it already. However, it has drawbacks like its 10-round magazine and the low rate of fire. However, I think it's a pretty good sniper and probably the best. The Dragunov SVD, which is a semi-automatic marksman rifle that offers a balance between power and rate of fire with its 32 body damage and 48 to the head. Its rate of fire is 430 rounds per minute, allowing for quicker follow-up shots compared to the other rifles on the list, like the M40 and the L96A1. The main drawback of the weapon is the ammo used, because 7.62 by 54mm R is kind of rare in Apocalypse Rising 2. But that's the only drawback I could think of. It's actually pretty good, in my opinion. Coming in third place is the M40, which is a powerful sniper rifle that delivers strong performance, especially for players who prefer precision and reliability, rather than fast firing, like the Dragunov SVD. With 40 to the body and 60 to the head, it is very effective at taking down enemies with only a few shots, just like the L96A1. However, the reason why I put it lower is because it only has a 5-round capacity. It uses 7.62mm, however, which is pretty common, so I don't know if that's such a problem for some. But overall, I think it's a pretty good rifle, with the drawback of the limited magazine capacity being the only one I can think of. The FAL is a powerful battle rifle with 27 to the body and 34 headshot for damage, with a fire rate of 600 RPM. With a solid effective range, it is an excellent choice for medium to long-range engagements. The rifle's damage output is impressive, making it a formidable weapon in the right hands. Rarely, a 30-round magazine can be found for the FAL, however, it usually spawns with a 20-round. However, it suffers from a common issue, its iron sights, which are pretty terrible in my opinion. However, I still think they're better than the AC556 sights. Despite being extremely rare, the FAL is a solid pick for people who like power and good full auto. In my opinion, the G3 is basically just a downgraded FAL, which fires 27 to the body and 34 to the head. However, the reason I think it is downgraded FAL is because it only does 500 rounds per minute. Also, I feel like it's more rare, So for a worse weapon, I don't know why would people like the G3, even if there's a FAL, which is more common. But it's better than most of the battle rifles in my opinion, and because like I mean, it's full auto, so that's like the only thing good about it compared to the other battle rifles. So yeah, let's just get on to the next category. Now, you might be wondering why I put the Jeremiah's Winchester as the only standard rifle in the APOC Rising 2 wiki that I would use. Now, the reason why I put it here is not because of its performance or anything like that. Well, it's a little small, like 2x5, but that's not really part of the reason. The reason I picked it is because it's just fun to fire, in my opinion. The sound, being small and cartoony, that's pretty fun. The M2 carbine is the only carbine I would actually use. First of all, it spawns with lots of ammo. It does 32 to the head and 23 to the body, and it has all attachments. But more than that, it's just kind of fun, like the Jeremiah's Winchester. If a weapon's making you happy, then I guess use it, because, I would, if I found, like, a AK-74, I would take that. But, like, the M2, I still feel is pretty nice for, like, early game to mid-game. It's also kind of fun, the sound and the recoil, how it feels. But, yeah. Also, I did not put shotguns on this list because they are absolutely horrible. Now, what I feel is the best weapon in Apocalypse Rising 2 comes down to a lot of factors like how reliable it is, how portable it is, how the range, what it has going for it. But evaluating all of those features and all the weapons I have ranked today, the best weapon on this list is the Operator XM177. I think everyone saw it coming. So yeah, it's pretty reliable. It also comes with some attachments that are pretty nice. It's also pretty stable. So like the recoil, it's not that bad, and the damage is pretty nice. But the fire rate is 750 rounds per minute. It's amazing. Now, since I'm getting lazy, we have to get to the secondaries. So how will they be grouped? They'll be grouped based on if they're semi-auto or full auto. But I'm only picking one, the one best out of each category, because to be honest, a lot of the sidearms are pretty trash that I would not use. So let's get started. Starting off with the Model 29. It is a powerful weapon delivering devastating damage with a 52 damage for a headshot, which is better than a lot of guns in the game. The ammo is pretty easy to find because it's 44 Magnum. However, its slow fire rate can make it feel sluggish in the fast-paced combat, leading you vulnerable to opponents with faster weapons, like the MP5K or the Admiral's M9, stuff like that. But I feel it's the best semi-automatic sidearm because it does a lot of damage, and usually I don't really use sidearms. I don't prefer them, but like if I have to, then I want something that does good damage. The last gun that we're going to be going over today, the Scorpion, which is a rapid-fire beast with an impressive 800 rounds per minute, and it's 24 headshot and 19 body damage, making it a top choice for spraying and close-range combat. Its damage is decent, but not the best, meaning that you'll rely more on volume of fire than landing your shots. However, the 9mm Soviet is decently hard to find. The 30-round magazine is standard, but you'll burn through it quickly due to that insane fire rate. In my opinion, it is the best secondary firearm in the game. It is also the fourth weapon I forgot. It's the fourth weapon that was added this year. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope this video helped you learn something. Here are my two best firearms in this game: the Operator XM177 and the Scorpion for primary and secondary. This is up to date as of April 2025. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.